Wrexham, we have a problem. Yes, welcome to the Local Pundit. I am Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham latest news and update show of the WREXfast Club. And I am not alone tonight because I have Paddy McPower in the house sorting it out for us. We got a lot to talk about. And yes, we got a problem. We're going to get into that. And it absolutely, what are the words, Paddy? Choose your word. Choose your word.
Danger. This news got me out of bed.
Yes. Paddy just gave, I mean, if you haven't seen the thumbnail, Kaboré KO'd, 6-week setback. It says we're going to talk about that and what the shit is going on. Sorry about that, Mom. Sorry about that. But yet, oh man, Paddy, what's going on, man? What is going on?
Yeah, this is an epidemic across all the football leagues. Hamstrings are a problem. So something is going wrong with the way we are training, the way we are pushing players. It's not good.
It's not good. And just coming in and, we were just having an offline chat about that, which we'll get into, by the way. Let me just introduce it, get everyone in the show. And Paddy, thanks for getting out of bed. I was sitting here, I was like, what are we going to do today for a show? There's nothing really to talk about. And then he sends in there, Richard Williams comes in with the hot tweet. And Paddy's like, sorry to put this in here now, but geez. And then boom. Anyway, thank you for coming in. Smash that like button on the channel. Subscribe, become a member, share it out to everybody. We are 27 away, Paddy, from 3001.
Hey.
That's pretty amazing. Oh my God. Tell your parents, tell your friends, tell your dog, cat, everybody. But it's not good news today, but we are going to do a show. We're going to do the best we can. And Hab says, Paddy McPaddington. There you go. I don't know about that. Habs, I'm going to drop a link in the chat if you want to pop in, or if you want to, or anyone else for that matter. But Paddy and I'll be here. We're going to be crushing it for the next, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, and just mulling this over. I'll bring it up. I'll bring up the thing. But if you want to get started in the chat, so this is out for at least 6 weeks. So that's the conversation. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah, if we're starting at 6 weeks, that's not good.
Yeah. Where does that bring us?
What I'm mentioning. Yeah, that brings us up to the window. That brings us right up to the window.
Yeah.
So he'll be going back to City to get taken care of by their medical team.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that in there? Okay.
No, it's not in there. That's standard practice.
Okay.
The same happened with AO when he broke his arm, his wrist, and his jaw. He goes back to his home club, and they take care of him and look after him. So whether we'll get him back in January now is another question. And not to kind of jump on it, but we may be able to get a discounted deal for him in January.
Yeah, maybe.
Just coming back off injury. So who knows? Maybe a good time to strike and say, look, if he's back and moving about, we'll take him in January for a decent price.
I know. By the way, Chris, stay on topic. We're not talking about Libby right now. We're talking about Issa Kaboré. Stay on topic. Always jumping the gun right there. Always jumping the gun. Habs is going to come in too. Habs, if you're ready, give a thumbs up. Oh, guess what? He doesn't have a fucking. I'm going to bury him every single time. What's up, Habs?
Yeah, what's going on?
Lost one of our best players. That's what's going on, buddy.
Oh, no, I know, but that's terrible. And it was a hamstring as well, was it?
Yeah.
The most common injury in all of football. Gets everyone.
I'm going to read some of the quotes here. Parkinson said, it's really unfortunate for Issa. He's obviously playing well. It looks like he's going to be at least 6-week injury. When I got a call over the break that Issa was injured, obviously it wasn't the best call to take from physio Matt Kevin and Mulholland. No shit, Batman. But it's always the risk when players are traveling long distances and playing. They can get an injury. I'm sure there are other teams who will have lost players through the international break. This has been a great character to have with us, and we'll get him back, added Parkinson. It's a combination of treatment and Manchester City. There you go. From Manchester City, Paddy. You got that right. Because he lives close to the training ground and with us as well. Obviously, the African Cup of Nations is coming up as well. Do not let him go to the African.
He won't be ready for that. He's out of that.
There's just no way. Parkinson, last one here, guys. I've watched a couple of games, and Issa seemed to be one of the important players, but obviously he's got to be fit, and that's going to be touch and go. I mean, what is going on here? What are we doing?
Let's Let's hit. Just been going down through the chat there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Designed by Marlon is kind of calling us out for a comment I probably started earlier. I have a question. Why are you all blaming the club on an injury sustained in international duty? It's a general comment, because if we want to jump into this right now, this week on the Wrexham podcast, that Wrexham pod, they were talking to Kevin Mulholland and his guys about looking after the players and how to keep them healthy and fit.
You don't think that was timing?
No. Just law of large numbers. These things happen. Because I guarantee you they wouldn't have put it out if it had been this injury happened a couple of days ago and it was due to come out today. Go guys, go back and watch that and listen to it with a critical ear, because I have a lot of potential issues with what was said on that, because there was talk about leaderboards for different exercises and stretches and strengthening hamstrings and who are the best at it, which means they are pushing themselves. They are trying to hit records. They're trying to ego themselves over the other players. That is not a good thing. And hamstrings are a general problem across all the leagues. So it's not just our club. And I'm not saying that this is absolutely our club's fault either. I'm just literally putting it out there that there's a lot of potential problems here, and it's something that maybe the club wants to be a little bit more careful about.
Well, competition is good, just not competition to the point where they're like, I want to be the best. I want to be the best at exercising. Let's be the best on the pitch. You know what I mean? Pushing each other's great, but still.
Yeah. The style of play, I was going to say, with the style of play that Kaboré uses as well, I mean, he's always getting himself bashed up. So, and also the fact that he relies a lot on his speed as well, that's going to always put pressure on his hamstring. So it's not unsurprising that this is the kind of thing that was going to eventually happen. So if it was a hamstring, that's going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, he's been beaten up pretty bad. Not that it makes a difference, like Patty was saying. Ruth H says it utterly breaks her heart, or my heart, his heart. Says Issa and John Merrill went into the biscuits of the hamstring after 50%. Oh man, and Nick agrees with you, Patty, for sure. Dog Troll, we don't know about more. We'll talk about more later on. Let's stick on Issa right now. Chris says the timing is unreal. Sea Lord says having a hamstring. Am I reading that right? Hamstring strength
competitions.
Seems like a bad
idea. Yeah.
But I don't know. You tell me, guys. What do you think?
Well, that's part of my point here. Like, having competitions and leaderboards is not a good idea. The egos on these guys, and it was stated in the podcast. Yeah. It was also stated that they had to stop telling Macca results because he wanted to know everybody's results and he wanted to be top of the results. So in order to save him from himself, basically they just they started turning around saying, we're not going to give you the results. And so
meanwhile, he's not playing, and he's not getting on the pitch. Maybe that was his plan. Get them all injured so he can get.
The biggest issue is recovery. Is always recovery. That is always the biggest issue for it all. I mean, if we had, I would say if we had proper recovery centres, which would be part of, like, let's say, the training facilities, and the proper rest and recovery process, then yeah, we will be able to make sure that we can manage everything like that and be able to deal with it. So,
John Merrill said a lot of muscle injuries appear to come down to poor recovery. That's exactly what you're saying happens. And what Patty was just talking about too.
Well, this is actually part of it. So on the podcast as well, I think they mentioned DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness after pushing yourself quite significantly. So this would be when, especially when you're trying to grow muscle, you push yourself to get small tears in the muscle, which will then grow and give you bigger muscle. So that DOMS, that can come in a couple of days later, especially. Potentially you're pushing too hard. Now, look, I'm not a coach. I don't know what is acceptable and what's not acceptable, but if these guys are pushing themselves and not giving themselves enough rest with other training sessions that need to happen, that could be a problem. And a weird one now that popped up there. There was a comment earlier. It's the showers. A lot of people probably didn't get. Did you see that?
Yeah, right there.
There from Chris. Yeah. So a lot of people probably don't get the point on that. And there always has been this discussion about the training ground we're using, that we don't have access to the facilities there. So the idea of having showers after training, part of the point of having showers, obviously, other than getting yourself clean, is the warmth can help you recover your muscles as well. When you go through your cool down phase and then you're in the warm water as well, it can also help. So having access to facilities to get cold water, hot water, that would be good.
You want to avoid fasciitis and any kind of fascia tear, mainly because when you're doing any kind of physical activity, and especially if you're in a country like, Wales, it gets cold and your muscles will start to tighten up very quickly. So going straight into the showers to make sure you have a nice cool, warm down from a hot shower, make sure the muscles are nice and fluid. It keeps the blood flowing into the area as well, and it prevents from muscle seizing from occurring as well. So that's one of the big things you always want to do is take a shower after something cold, or you could always take an ice bath, but that's a
ice bath,
depending on what you need to be doing.
Thank God we're all doctors. I mean, this is amazing. Thank God we're all doctors.
Also, just on that point, before I forget to mention it, it did come out a while back that an application has gone in on an agreement with the club who own the training pitch that we're building our own facilities there. So we're going to have an add-on building or facilities inside, like containers that can be moved in. So we're building our own space to actually have some facility there, which obviously is not great, but is just a temporary improvement.
Well, I'm gonna just go full on. I don't give a shit fan here. This is fucking ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. The amount of injuries we've had this season. I'm not saying that it's incredible. I'm taking out the injury of Wardy. I mean, that was just whatever it was. The muscle pulls and what we're having is incredible. I mean, it's incredible. And it only proves that I thought we'd have more depth, and I don't think we have more depth. The backup is what now? Barney? Is Maka? Where are we at now? Like, this is, I'm getting to we're kind of like mulling around. Like, this is incredible. This is absolutely unsustainable. We cannot continue to do this. If you want to, I mean, and someone just said, is top 10 a possibility? It still is. We're going to have to change our style of play. We have no attack on the right side now. Barney won't get free, so they're going to figure him out. But it's this is. I don't want anyone to get injured, but this is fucking insane. How many pulls we've had this season. That's my state of it.
Yeah.
It just really says we don't have that much depth as of right now.
We don't.
And with
depth in the midfield, and that's it.
Yeah, depth in the midfield.
And we don't rotate enough. That's another big problem. Rotation has just got to be a part of the process to make sure that you can maintain your player health. But the players themselves, they're always going to tell all the coaches and the manager, they're going to go up to the gaffers like, oh, no, I'm fine. I can play. I want to play. Because they always want to play. They want to be on the pitch for 90 minutes. But
yeah, but hold on 1 second. Sorry, Patty, I knew you had something lined up. Why is Maka in better shape than the rest of the younger players? Crazy. Yeah, Maka might be in physically fit, but he's not equipped to start and play 90 minutes in the championship. I'm sorry, it's just not possible. Somebody please back me up on this. Please, he's not fit to do that. He's just not.
Yeah, it was mentioned in the podcast that he is losing his speed and his abilities. He's sliding down the rankings. But what you will find is Maka is older. So he has been doing this for years and years and years. And if you get through that initial stage where you can kind of put yourself at risk, then your muscles do get looser, they do get stretched, and over time you find out that you have less risk as you kind of get older, if you don't do something stupid. So for Maka, who is constantly exercising, constantly training, he has stretched out every muscle he has. And until he does something big, he's probably fine. And younger players will push themselves to their limits. They won't understand when they've done too much. Whereas an older player may know that and might pull up in training. Like they might not do it at a different point, but they might do it in training and say, oh, I just felt a little something there. I'm not going to do the last 10 minutes or whatever, coach. Just let them know, go for a massage or whatever the case is,
Jonathan House, our regulatory hamstring advisor outside guy. What are we having a crisis here for our injuries, or is this par for the course?
How many you got out with injuries? It's not that many, really, is it?
No, not really at the moment.
I was going to say, Kaboré, it's funny, isn't it? Right backs or right wing backs always get hamstring injuries. I mean, we've got Ethan Laird who's got hamstrings for biscuits too. And, it just, at least 2 or 3 of those a season always happens. But no, I don't think you've got a crisis. I mean, it's not like you're missing 6 or 7 players, is it? So, yeah,
but these are our players. We just seem to be hitting. I think Hab said it earlier. They're padded it. We don't have depth. We don't have depth. We do not have depth. We have like a starting 11, maybe 1+1 in certain areas, right? But I think Pav, you guys saying it,
But that's similar to the rest of the division, isn't it? Of course. I mean, you take the sort of top 4, top 5 out. Kind of everyone's in that same boat.
I think our drop off is a little different.
I'm worried about our drop off because it was when Kakache came in and Kaboré left and right wings that it opened up our attack. We looked much more comfortable and we started achieving better results. So the question now is, have we settled as a team? Can we manage to have Kaboré out? Maybe we can if Kakache is okay. But there is still rumors, is he available? Because he may be out with a knock. He has constantly been in and out recently, which is a pain in the ass. And now Kiefer Moore as well is another one that potentially has an issue, but I don't think he does because it wasn't mentioned by Parky. So if he's talking about the injury now, maybe he hasn't said about Kiefer Moore. Maybe he is out. Who knows? But our depth is not great. If we're replacing, it's weakening us now.
So somebody said he was not on the bench the other night. Is that correct? Or I thought he was on the bench. Does anyone see that?
He wasn't playing today.
He did not play today.
He did not play today. No.
Shit.
He was not on the bench either. He wasn't on the bench. He wasn't in on any of the stuff. When you look at the lineup, they were against North Macedonia. He wasn't there at all. So I think he might have stayed back.
Yeah, I don't think he went.
Oh, so but we didn't have the information. John, did he? Are you looking? I don't know if you're looking. Yeah.
We did get information that he was injured and didn't go, and that it was only a small issue. So that was implying that the 2 weeks international break may be enough to get him back. Yeah. So we're basically unsure now whether he will be back or will not.
I mean, we're going into, this is probably the busiest time of the year, right? Let's just be honest, right? We're going to head back on the 22nd, right? How many games do we have? I'll keep Bristol, Bergen City in this. How many games? We have 8 games in what? 6 weeks? 10, 15 games, something like that? What's the lineup here? Do we know?
It's 11 games before the FA Cup game in, was it first week of January or something like that?
Are you guys in the cup too, or no? You're not in the
everyone's in the FA Cup.
Everyone hasn't started.
Oh no, I meant the EFL Cup. Sorry, are you guys in the FA Cup, Birmingham? No,
not in the League Cup, but we get entered into the FA Cup. But yeah, all of us have 11 league fixtures now running till the first week of January, which is then the FA Cup third round.
Wow, that's a lot of games.
Yeah, it gets significant now. I think there's only a break for 1 week right before the Christmas period, and up until then it's 2 a week, and then it hits the Christmas period where we get the Friday, Monday, as well in the middle of it. So
Sean says it's like 3 games a week till the start of January.
It's not quite, because it's like 5 for every 2 weeks. It's not quite 3 a week, but yeah, you can have Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, which is essentially 3 in a single week, kind of, depending on how you count it.
I want to ask Abs and John this, Patty too, obviously. What the fuck is going on with Broadhead? And I know we're kind of shifting gears here. John, you said, why did we sign him? Habs, I think, why did we sign him? Why can't we get this guy into our side? John, you think that he's a winger and you don't know why he's here. Is that, you say that a bunch of times?
Yeah, I still firmly believe he was signed as a striker. I think he was signed as a forward because you simply don't play wingers. And Parky's never done anything in his career to suggest he was suddenly going to switch to playing wingers, like natural wingers.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, well, realistically, he can have only ever been signed as a forward player, as a frontman. And I think you signed Kiefer Moore, and I think whatever plans he might have had got shelved, which is why he doesn't play, because he just doesn't suit the system.
Wow. I'm personally not writing him off. I think the team will be adjusted later, but there'll be a delay before he kind of finds his position within the team. Depending, of course, on who we bring in January. Now for Broadhead, I'm sure he's not happy about it. I'm sure he must have been told. He must have been told by Parky and convinced to come and join us. So if it's not the way he was told it would be, I'm sure he's not too happy about it.
Well, especially when he's going away and scoring for his international team today, didn't he? Yeah. Have you got a shout on that?
Let's see. Broadhead did score today as well at the 88th minute. So they finished with 7-1 against North Macedonia. So that's not. I mean, it's North Macedonia, but But overall, I think Parky is saving him up for later on in the season. So he's going to have, unless Parky is going to change up the formation to be something more suitable to his play style, he's going to probably develop him into something more fitting towards the team, because he can play within our system, but depends on how he's going to use them.
Yeah. If you do need to develop him and change his position, that will take time. That can take a decent amount of time in training to work out where he needs to be, what he wants him to do, and that could take time. So again, maybe closer to January, he might be available for that. But we have done this before, because we haven't had natural wing backs, and we have bought wingers and brought them in and converted them. Now that's slightly different, happens a little faster, of course, but it doesn't always work either. So
I think Broadhead is going to be eventually put into a situation where it will be a front two, so where we play a 3-4-1-2, because we have played in a 3-4-1-2. I think it'll be much more akin to that, but it'll be operating on the left.
Yeah. Personally, Dog Tor Joy says, personally, I think as long as Libby's okay, we don't know if he's okay. We'll be fine until January. We don't know. A couple players are loans. If Libby's out, we're in trouble. If Moore is also out, we are also screwed. If Moore goes down, Parkinson has a real fucking problem.
Yeah. I don't think Parky knows our best team without Moore.
But it does mean we have to start using the other strikers.
Yeah,
and we're gonna have to, and it does mean that our play style is going to be adjusted completely differently as well. So we're going to have to see how Smith and Hardy are going to be up to it if Moore doesn't come back in just yet.
Let's hope it works out well. Just forcing Parky to make the changes and play them, maybe it'll work.
I agree.
We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see exactly, because Parky is too cautious. He hasn't been trying it too much, and you can understand why. It took us a while to get results. Now we're getting results, so he's not taking Moore out. If Moore is available, he's going to play.
Sean,
I absolutely.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no.
You go ahead.
No, okay. I actually agree, because we need to use our other strikers, because we see week in, week out, Moore is basically getting battered. He is. And he's going to eventually. And we need someone who is a bit more mobile as well. Because certain matches we just can't use more in every match. He's just not suitable for certain things. So we need someone with more mobility and more skill, and someone who can carry the ball forward.
Mm-hmm. John talked about being a foul merchant. A lot of times I listen on the shows. I mean, how long can he keep that up?
Who more?
Yeah.
I think the only problem with Moore is he hasn't really played consistent I won't say a 46 game season. Let's say a 34 game, 35 game season, because everyone gets injuries and misses games.
Did he play a lot? Did he play a lot last season? I'll look it up while you do that.
No.
I'll look what he did last season.
He hasn't played consistently first team football, as in first choice for a good number of seasons now. So this will be a shock to his system as well. And we used to have Djukovic at Blues, who was a big target man. They get battered, and it takes its toll week in, week out. They are big lads, and yes, they do throw their weight around as well. But jumping up and down getting elbowed, kicked, punched, flattened, wrestled, it takes its toll. It really does.
And you have to take into consideration they have to train as well. They have to train, they have to do all the stuff, they have to recover, and then they have to, whether they do indoor matches or whether they do simulation matches, and then you have to do the actual physical stuff, which is much more harder on the body. Plus, they're probably pumped full of adrenaline at the same time. That has a physical toll on your body as well. And if they're doing those jumps as well, that's going to affect your hamstrings.
Yeah. So I don't have all the numbers right here, but to John and Habs' point and Patty's point. So right now in this season, 25-26 season, we've had 15 matches in the league, right? He started every single fucking match. Okay.
Yeah.
He's played 1,280 minutes last season. Okay. Sheffield United, what did you say, John? 46, 48, something like that?
It was a 48 game season or 49 game season or whatever it was for them.
Played 39 games. Played 30 games. Played only 30 games. Scored 6 times with no assists. So, I don't know I can't get the stat. Won't drill down for me. But to that point, he's played half currently at 17. He's played half of that right now. And we are in November. So
it depends on how many minutes. It all depends on how many minutes he played as a sub, because he always comes on as a sub.
Yeah, I'm trying to drill down on it. Does anyone know how to do that? Sorry.
I'll have a look.
You got it?
It'll be 30 appearances, but mostly from the bench. So he'll be coming on as a sub with half an hour, 20 minutes to go, sort of thing.
Right. And I think the whole, what I think we're looking at here, I mean, I know you guys have injuries too. Yeah, Ethan Laird, by the way, I think is a great player, but up front, Stansfield, I'm looking at the fact that we are 3.5 months into the season, and we are getting grinded down. That said, I'll say this too. I think, because I know John is here, we have a lot of supporters from Bergen City listening. I think we're in really good position. It's just like, okay, can we get through this next period and maybe kind of re-up and then go for the rest of the season? But it's this league is absolutely a grind. Absolutely, it's amazing, but it's a grind.
It's brutal.
It's brutal. Nick says he plays 1,700, so 1,700 minutes basically for Kiefer Moore. So he's played 1,200 minutes already. That's not even. That's crazy for Kiefer Moore. That's crazy.
And there's cup matches as well that he's played in as well.
Mm-hmm. Wow. John, can you guys grind? Are you guys grinding? I don't watch in and out of your games, but do you guys grind like this?
Okay, I found it.
Oops.
Sorry, guys. Just jumping in here. So last season in the championship, Kiefer Moore played 1,768 minutes for the entire season, and then another 242 in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So just barely, just barely over 2,000 minutes for the entire season. And what is he at now? 16? What is he?
He's at 1280.
He got 1280, and he had 2,000 for the entire season last year.
Yeah. And John, what do you mean grind? That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I was asking about you. But John, yeah. Do you guys grind your players like this or no?
Yeah, we can do. I mean, Davis has his favourites who the undroppables, which, if they've got a pulse and two legs and their limbs are still attached to their body, they will play. Awata is one, Clara is one, Paik is usually one, but I think he's set for a bit of a spell on the touchline because it sounds like he dislocated his shoulder in the match against Middlesbrough, so he could be out for a while. But yeah, I mean, there's a few. I mean, we have a left back who literally plays every single game because we don't have an alternate left back, so he plays every game. But I will say the wing players and the front players, he will sort of, I won't say rotate them around, but they do get swapped in and out, and I wouldn't call it rotation. It's more of a looking after your player. So like 3 games a week, sometimes you'll have different wingers will start the middle game and stuff like that. So, but there's a few, like Stansfield will notoriously play or start games, but I think we tend to not grind in the sense of same 11, just go again and everything. We almost have planned substitutions. I think we always hit 60 minutes and it's always the same positions that are changed, irrespective of whether they're playing brilliantly or crap. The positions will be changed to freshen up the side.
I mean, you got the greatest player on the planet, Pumas.
He doesn't even get on the pitch, mate.
He's the greatest player in the world.
I think he'll find himself back at Liverpool come January.
I know, but our thing is that Parky has his starting 11, and that's about it. It barely gets the subs on, and when he does get the subs on, it's an absolute necessity that he puts them on. He will grind them down until they basically turn into dust.
Yeah. I think. Sorry, John. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say, I actually think Davis was very similar to that at the start of the season. At the start of the season, it was, he had his 11, what he thought, and it was right. I'm going to stick with that, and it almost became sort of I'll only change it when I really have to. I think he's actually learnt that in the Championship because it is so brutal, and 3 games a week, and there is no easy games. You can't go in again like you did in League One, where you could turn up at a Tuesday night away at Exeter, and you could play 60% and not really have to really push yourselves and win the game. You can't do that here. So you're on. You have to be on it for 90+ minutes in this league, and I think after about 10 games or 8 to 10 games, I think David started to learn that actually having freshness in the side is key. So yes, it's all right. You want to stick with your preferred 11, but then he goes into this sort of, you have your starters and your finishers, which I hate the terminology, but that's what he goes on about. So we do make a lot of changes these days, substitute wise, and they're early. They're always like between 50 and 60 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, 15, 60 minutes. Jesse says he or she, I don't know if it's a girl or guy, has full confidence, and I think that's a black cat, which I think is awesome. Have a full confidence in Parkinson and the Wrexham coaching staff handle recruitment. They're likely planning multiple signings across key positions in January 26 window. Patty, how many will you get in January? 4? Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I suspect Parky knows that he needs a proper squad for rotation as well, because he knows that he already knows the squad that we have is just not, the depth is not fit for purpose as of yet, and he knows that we do need some rotation and the use of players. He probably just doesn't trust all the players that he's got. The ones that were key last season are probably not as ready this season in regards to, let's say, Smith. So
here's my 3 that are not getting signed up from me. It's Elliot Lee. Okay. Elliot, right? That's one. And then Elliot, so Jesse's goes back in. Elliot Lee, Jacob Mendy, that's not even a factor. Andy J-Rod, loan. No, they're not even on
none of them are into 25.
No,
so it doesn't
it's
matter.
Going to be
Elliot Lee. Elliot Lee frees a space.
Connor Cody, which I want to talk about briefly. He's going?
No.
You don't? Okay, fair enough. Okay. And there was one other one I had in there too. There's one. I think Hardy's going to go. Those are my 3 that are going to go.
I agree. Hardy might go if he wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Hardy would be pushed out the door this soon after coming in. But yeah, I could see him maybe being unhappy with the minutes he has been given with us. And if he wanted to go, I could understand doing a deal to let him move.
You don't think that Connor's going to go?
I don't. Nope.
What, anyone else have a? I think he's gone. That's my thought. Smoke, there's fire. I think if it burns, you need a shot, and I think he's burning. No one's got that one. Okay. Why Hardy? Hardy's been not even existent. John, you were all about him. Be like, he's a good player, but not that he wasn't a good player. Sorry, right?
No, I always thought Hardy was he's a decent championship solid player, but he's a decent decent signing if you're looking to finish 16th. He's no, but he is that. He's never been anything other than that. He looked decent at Plymouth. I just think you signed him because he was a cheap deal and it was a good first early signing.
Early in the season.
Early in the season, then I think you got better targets and better targets became available and you got natural progression. I think in hindsight, if you ask Parky off the record, would he have signed him now? He'd probably say no, in all honesty. And I agree with Paddy. I don't think Cody's going anywhere unless he retires from playing, and I don't think he's prepared to do that right now.
Abs?
For Cody, I don't think he sold a dream to everyone. I think that's what he's going to try and do. I think he still has that that mindset where he thinks he still can play, but I don't think his body's got to that point. I don't think he's figured it out as of yet. Football's a brutal sport, so for that. And Hardy and no, go ahead.
Before you go to Hardy, don't you think that kind of Cody's been sold out a little bit because he was covering for Maka in the back there? No. That's me being a nice guy. Everyone's no.
Everyone from Leicester was saying, even when we purchased them, they're like, "Why are you buying him from us?" They were warning us. They were saying, "Why are you buying him from us?"
Okay, I'm going to throw a cautionary tale out here. We said this about James for ages. Yeah. Months and months last season in a lower division, people were bitching and moaning about James not being good enough. He's too old. He's too slow. And now look at him this season. He's no faster than he ever was, but he's working with the team around him and his position is kind of assured. So I personally won't write off Cody yet. But I think a lot of this is potentially up to Cody. He needs to get out there and show the willingness to Parky that he will fight for every ball.
You think
he will defend his ass off?
You think he's not going to get over Scar at this point?
Not until Scar messes up. And does anybody here think that we can't go through 2 or 3 matches in a row where Scar has absolutely dog shit performances and gets hooked? It could happen. He is playing at the top end of his abilities right now, and I hope it continues.
And
injuries around him as well. I hope he can keep going like this. I don't care who's in there as long as they're playing at this sort of level. But give it a bit of time. There is potential that he can mess up. He has messed up already on occasion. He kept the player on side for a goal by being completely out of position. So, but otherwise, in general, he's been pretty good.
I think
So yeah, look, we never say never, and I think people are often written off too early.
Yeah, I haven't written. Kind of Cody up. I'm sorry, Caps. I haven't written him off yet, but I do think there's something going on there too. And to Patty's point, perhaps before you go back, and John, I know you got something lined up too. Scar said in an interview today on The Leader, he said, "I think the international break makes you look forward to the games more when they're coming." He said, "You want them to come thick and fast." Everyone said you probably need some rest sometimes. I think you just want to get to the next one and play. Now with Brunt gone and Doyle, I don't know where Doyle fits in at this point, but. I mean, I know we have backing there, but I just don't, I don't know how this is going to shape out. I like Scar in the back there. I like that big body. I think he has good positioning. I think he's he's not perfect, but he's also covering for, other guys to himself.
I would personally think with this, looking forward to matches and stuff, another element here of coming thick and fast is if you're a player who has reached your ceiling and essentially training is not going to make you much better, you would absolutely give up a training session because you can't fit it in because you've got a match coming and play an extra match. Absolutely. You'd want to be out there playing matches all bloody week and not training. The matches will keep you fit. But for younger players, who maybe need time with the team and tactics and structure and all of this sort of stuff and getting better and better physicality, they might actually need more time on the training pitch to build muscle, to build whatever, they need to be a better player. So yeah, older players can absolutely do that. They can hit matches back to back to back.
John Terry did it all the time. I mean, was John played to what? 30. Oh, John just fucking bit his tongue. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with Cody is what's your expectations with it? I mean, I think when he was signed, I mean, what is he, £2 million or whatever it was, or around that figure?
Yeah.
I think the problem was when he was signed and he had that price tag, I think everyone anticipated, well, he was going to see a lot of game time. I think when you signed Hyam, that killed Cody because Cody can only play centre of the three. And Scar can really only play centre of the three as well, realistically. I know he has sort of shifted out wide, but he hasn't got the mobility to play wide.
Hein moved out.
Yeah. So essentially, Cody is third choice now of that centre of the three, if you were talking about it. Yeah, I like I said, you don't sign Hyam if you've got full confidence in Cody at this level. And I just think they've been caught a little bit shocked by actually he isn't what they thought. But then again, I think I said to you guys at the start of the season, if you're signing a guy that sits on your bench, which comes on with 10 minutes to go when you're trying to shore up a game, or you just want some experience at the back, head it, kick it, when you're seeing a game out, you can't go wrong with that. But then you could argue that's what you got Scar for. And I think probably Scar has put himself ahead of Cody. I just think the mobility of Cody's probably paid, really. It's just, I remember seeing him for Leicester and it was just like, you felt sorry for the guy. You're just like, dude, just don't try anymore. Just don't. I can't remember which game I saw, but there was like a journeyman striker up front who could, he could never outrun anyone, and he absolutely burnt Cody. And you just thought, when that happens, surely you look at the tape afterwards and think, nah, I'm done. So yeah.
And this isn't even to mention Doyle.
How's he get in?
That's gonna be a hard thing. I mean, one of the benefits that we have, he's a natural left footer, and he's got those clean passes. He's been in that Manchester City system. He has.
Can he play wing back?
He's played wing back. But at Norwich, I think he played mostly as a centre back. He did on the left. So yeah. But I think he has played wing back there. I don't think he's effectively as used as of yet. He's probably going to need some time as well. But he has that natural left foot that we need. So
I'd play him over Maka at left wing back. I don't know. I would. Yeah,
he's probably faster, but that's only if we run out of options and Kakache is not there. We really do need two. We do need two wing backs, one as a backup from the right and the left.
I don't know what you guys think of Patty and John. Not that you give a shit, but I think Kakache is down also too. I think we're gonna get news on him. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling.
Well, then we're back to a couple of options which are not great. Best option is probably Barney and Longman, right and left.
Yeah.
Then you have Maka on the left with Longman on the right, or Maka and Barney back to kind of League Two.
You know what Barney's going to do, though. That's the thing. Yes, he's on the right.
Yeah.
He runs up, does a couple of step overs, and he just he bins the ball over to someone. But he's got good pinpoint passing, long ball passing, but it's just or crossing, and it's just he's so easy to go after.
Mm-hmm. All you have to do is stand him up. You have to stand him up, get in front of him. All you have to do.
That's pretty much it. He doesn't keep the opposition guessing. He doesn't scare the opposition in any way. Like they're not worried. Maybe that's the plan. He is the guy that you least expect, and then all of a sudden we start scoring random goals.
John, sorry, go ahead.
Just to defend Maka here for a second, he has recently shown that he can still get a ball into the box with accuracy.
You could do
it. He's not the fastest. That's fine, but he does know how to play to his own strengths. He knows what he can do. He knows what he can't, and his defense is reasonably good, unless he just gets blasted for pace, and gets caught out and goes around.
We're in a championship. Pace is going to be everything.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for him, but like he can still do a job. He can't do it for the full 90 minutes or whatever. Look, he's not the worst person to have there, But any further injuries to those positions, and we are in real trouble.
Well, John, this is your guy, Sean, saying just play Broadhead on the left and go for it.
Left wing, maybe.
Left wing, yeah. But not as a wing back.
I'll tell you, if we get many more injuries, you might just have to go down to 4-4-2. You might just have to go back old school.
Show's over. Oh my God.
You guys are fucked. Oh shit.
The show.
Why is everybody getting hurt?
You tell me, Coach.
I don't know. I think it's a question needs to be asked. Why are we getting all these muscle strains and issues?
Because they have a leaderboard on who can do their hamstring exercise the best.
Mm-hmm.
For the longest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that doesn't help.
Mm-hmm.
How many injuries do you actually have, or are you like just going a bit OTT here?
Yeah, I'm going a bit.
We are. We had a lot at the start of the season. They came back. Everybody was fit and healthy. Now they're starting to fall out again. But the problem is the injuries we have at the moment are to some of our best players.
Yes.
That's the big problem. It's not necessarily the number, but it is the players who have played best in the new system, the new players, and they're all going down together. Like we said, if we end up with Kaboré, Kakache, and Moore all out at the same time, we're in real trouble. We're right back to the start of the season where we were using our League One squad for most positions.
It's Aaron's fault.
Why is it my fault?
I agree with that.
Aaron said it. That's why.
I think all this stuff started happening when we started letting this blue bastard come on our show.
Aaron.
Wearing white today.
Yeah, he's waving a white flag with his shirt. What the hell? Aaron just coming in hot. Like a big buck hunter.
No,
What? So Kaboré's out. What are you thinking?
I don't know. We talked about this a little bit last night. Like, I hope Kakache's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he is, man.
I know. Me either.
I think the plan we're going to have to do is we're going to have to use, you mentioned it, Josh, is probably going to have to put O'Doyle on that wing back. It's
yeah. Well, he's played Thomason way out of position too in a center half. He's not fast enough to do it. But I mean, I played Doyle out there, and I put Ryan on the right, but he ain't gonna do. If he does, I have no idea what he's gonna do. If Kakache's not gonna start against Ipswich for sure. Where is Ipswich on the table, by the way? You know,
climbing now. They're about 7th or 8th or something with a game in hand.
Okay. Ipswich. Well, did you know that Ipswich does not have a T at the end of it?
Yeah.
With everybody, yeah. They're 7th.
23 points. Game in hand.
Millwall. John, when are they going to shit the bed? When did they start doing that?
Well, we did beat them 4-0 the other week.
Yeah, but they're still 6th.
It's later on in the season.
Yeah, they started off the season well. I watched their game v Preston the other weekend. My God, it was like two blind men fighting over a pair of glasses. It was dreadful. It was just awful. Honestly,
Ken's not here to talk about himself. Ken's not
I just saw that game and went, how on earth are you both in the top 6? This is like watching. This was like watching like Plymouth versus Cardiff last season. It was awful. Yeah, I like I said, there's a few in that top 6 I don't think hang around. I think they drop out. I think Preston.
Hull City. How is Hull City up there? Like
score goals.
Yeah.
Plus
the same reason Charlton were high up. False Storms.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're way up the league. We are on 13th. Yeah. I say this when Josh is out of the player, he's out. I mean,
hashtag save Max. Come on.
Oh my God, Aaron, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing? I haven't seen you in like 6 years.
He's hungry.
Chasing
his dinner for a week and got nothing.
Chasing furry little animals.
Yeah.
So far they're winning, and yeah. That's why I was late today. I went to the woods after work, and again, didn't kill anything. So
good.
Was that by accident? You were meant to go home, but you just went back to the woods. You know, just
I came home, took a quick shower, and said, I got a couple hours. We'll run out there.
I hope your shot is better than your shot.
I'm an excellent shot. Okay.
Oh, Aaron.
Excellent. Excellent.
Your wife saying that. Man.
I've never heard any complaints from my wife.
I bet you have.
It's a family show, my friend. It's a family show. It's not really a family show. Hip Karma says, don't make the sleep. Hashtag saving Max Giant. Someone for lurking today. Oh, shit. Hip Karma. Honestly, if Max ever gets dropped, I think Hip Karma is going to fly to Wrexham and take Parkinson now and have him. She's not going to have it. She's not going to have it. Not going to do it at all. My God, what else we had to cover tonight? Aaron, you're coming in late. Habs is here. John's here. Shit, we got Ken's not here. Thank God, because he said he also texted me. He's like, "Why are you talking shit about my guy?" I'm like, "What guy?" I'm like, "He's like Harry Ashfield." I'm like, "Harry needs to go. Like, send him on loan." He's like, "I'll get you." I'm like, Harry's gotta go. Harry's gotta go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. To be honest, if Kakache and Kaboré are out, it's not good. You almost you almost need to change the system to make it work.
Someone said 4-4-2.
That's what I said last night. 4-4-2.
So how's that look? What does that look like? What's that look like?
It looks like
who are you benching?
Like Hyam. So you go Hyam and Scar in the middle.
Scar in the middle, yeah.
You go Max on the right.
Push Max
right
out.
back. Yep.
Cody on the left.
And then you could do I want to go Cody.
Cody on the left. Look, Cody.
Yeah, put Cody out left back.
Yeah,
that'll work.
Definitely do that. You could play, but then you could play. You could send O'Brien or not O'Brien. Doyle out there, and then you could play. I've said this before. If we have to play Macca, if we played him as a winger, he actually would be okay. It's not as bad.
Yeah.
He's actually good going forward. It's just he's not fast enough to keep up with people defensively.
Yeah.
We'd probably have to use a diamond formation for that. 4-4-2 diamond.
4-3-3. Just play 4-3-3. By the way, Esteban, happy birthday to your wife. Go take care of business. There you go. Shoot your shot, brother. Happy birthday.
Yeah, we could play the diamond.
Yeah. Doyle left back, left full back, and then someone up front. Play 4-3-3. Play 4-3-3. You know,
we do have a winger, a left winger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do. Who's the right winger?
Longman.
Who's the left winger?
Broadhead.
Broadhead. To why? Yeah, maybe that's why we signed him.
I mean, Longman was originally a winger. He was a wing back.
He was.
Yeah.
And Broadhead could naturally push
I
up
kind of
into a
forgot about.
4-2-3.
When I was thinking that, I wasn't thinking about Broadhead, but yeah, absolutely.
Broadhead can be the one to push up. For the
he would be the one to play if you did that.
Where's Windass playing that?
Up with one of the two strikers.
One of the two strikers.
John, what do you think of Windass, by the way? Do you think he's a player, or is this,
I think he's a solid championship player. Good number 10. I think the problem with Windass is that it's his injuries. He just can't consistently get a whole season together. He'll look like a world beater to begin with, then he'll get injured, then he'll come back. It's always been stop-start with him. But I think he's a good player. I unfortunately for you guys, you've probably got. He stayed at Sheffield Wednesday and he was loyal to Sheffield Wednesday, but he probably should have left Sheffield Wednesday a few years before he did. His best, should I say, the best part of his career has probably passed him by now. But he's a damn good, solid championship player.
I would have gotten Barry Bannon. I mean, he don't look like much, but I would have gotten Barry Bannon.
Shut up! You shut your mouth. Because I said that and you ripped me for it. You absolutely ripped me for that. You get out of here. You're not allowed to talk. I'm kicking you off the show. It's terrible.
Kick me off the show. Okay.
Would you have Bannon over O'Brien though? Probably
no,
not.
Not over O'Brien. No.
Why?
He wouldn't.
O'Brien can't score shit.
O'Brien's the engine.
Yeah, Bannon can't run.
Yeah.
He waddles everywhere.
He bossed us. He bossed our midfield.
Yeah, but because he's their talisman. Everybody, it's get the ball to Bannon.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets off a couple of shots in each match, and some of them are fantastic.
I think you guys don't like that he doesn't have any. He's losing his hair. I think that's what it is, and he needs to die.
He's too ugly to be in our team.
I dislike him because he's a scummer. So he comes from them lot across the road. So I don't like him. But I will give him credit. 3-4 years ago, he was one of the better operators, central midfield operators at this level, and he still has that ability with the ball at his feet. He just doesn't have the mobility there anymore. So, like for example, if you wanted him to do the Lewis O'Brien, he wouldn't be able to do it. Mm-hmm. Sheffield Wednesday, they have not really got a side, have they? But what they have is built around. He doesn't have to run around the pitch all day, and their tactic is give the ball to Barron in space.
He's got speed and youth around him too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt so Barry Bannon was coming to us and he fell through. I don't know if that's true, but yeah.
And we basically have a replacement for O'Brien as well. We do have a basically sort of like for like replacement for O'Brien.
Rathbone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rathbone.
As soon as he gets up to speed, and then
Windass should have been our Mullen, but it ain't happening. Windass has scored 7 goals? Come on. 6 goals, hasn't he?
Yeah, plus Windass is a 10.
Yeah.
How many scores? How many goals does he have? Let me see. I don't know.
He's got a handful. He's been really good.
I'll tell you. Shit, Lewis O'Brien doesn't have 7 goals. I'll tell you that much.
He should have about 12.
Yeah. He has 5 goals and 3 assists. Josh Windass. 5 goals and 3, I guess. That's pretty good.
That seems low for the assists. Because it was 3 in one match. Yeah, it seems quite low.
You're right. That's right. He had 3 in one match. Yeah. I think that Wrexham and I think Birmingham City are both going to be in the playoffs, and I think we're going to have to battle it out for that last position. That's what I think.
I hope for your sake you're wrong.
Okay.
Great story.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want the story for the doco.
Yeah, we do. I got my ticket to the Swansea City match, so I'll be there. And I in my seat where I'm sitting, I do not think I'll be able to do a watch along. So that's going to be sorted out at some point. We'll talk about kind of you guys going to do it, but yeah, I think Snoop's going to be there, so that should be fun in about 4 or 5 weeks from now.
See, we need our third act against Birmingham. So we've lost to them, we're kind of getting better and we can compete with them. And now we need to beat them somewhere. So, Beating them in a playoff would be good.
Yeah, you missed a shot at your place earlier this season, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we should have taken you guys out. Matt also says 5 goals, and he was out for 5 weeks. Matt, was he out for 5 weeks? Was he out for 5 fucking weeks?
He was
out for a good little bit.
Yeah.
I think if you count there was an international break in there. So if you count the international break, it probably was about 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was out for 3 weeks then,
3
basically.
weeks. You don't count.
Yeah. Sean says Birmingham City Square, all this O'Brien slander when we have to deal with Kyogo. Is he bad? I don't know. Is he shitty? What is he bad?
He's a wonderful player, and his off the ball movement is Premier League quality. He just couldn't finish his breakfast. You moan about O'Brien missing one-on-ones. That lad's missed probably about 12, 15. I don't know.
He always get offside as well.
No. I mean, he can get offside, but I mean, his movement, those sort of strikers will always be slightly offside. But no, it's the one-on-ones, and I forgive O'Brien because O'Brien's a central midfielder. He's not, he's not on the pitch to score one-on-ones, as daft as that sounds. Kyogo is a top-end clinical striker. You get him in a one-on-one situation, you should sit there and go, well, that's a goal. And at the moment, you go, well, that's not a goal. So.
I love this, man. By the way, he does a lot of big chances there too. Well, what Ipswich has? What's the injury that Ipswich has? Sorry,
I have no idea.
What? I don't. Who cares about Ipswich? Well, we're playing them next. Who does Ipswich? Yeah. What's Ipswich's injury? Do we know? Who's their?
I don't think they really have one. I think the list that Jesse put up earlier was an outdated one.
Yeah, I'm trying to look here. Who's injured? Who you squadding right there, Jesse?
It still had players from last season, so it still had Calvin Phillips on, Chaplin. They all left.
Smodics, maybe Smodics.
Smodics, I think, but he's been out a while now.
Yeah, he's not. And West Burns. But Sammy Smodics is a fucking good player. He's a really good player. Kelly says the list is not accurate, and they were listed.
Alex Palmer is out with a calf injury.
Okay.
Harry Clark has a knee injury. Connor Townsend has a cruciate ligament injury.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy Smodics has something for late March. Wes Burns has a cruciate ligament.
Okay. The other one, Sammy Smodics, he's a great player.
Out of those, Palmer's the one. He's the one that would play because Palmer's their number one goalkeeper. The rest of those don't. Yeah, Smodics is a bench player, but the rest of those that bench and probably don't play.
How is Smodics a bench player on that team?
He's getting older
because
they got good players.
They're that good. They're that good.
Oh, that's his number. I thought it was. Okay, sorry. I thought he was 23. He's 30. Sorry, I thought I said 23. That's on me. My bad. Wow. Okay, fair enough.
They'll probably play Chuba Akpom in the number 10 instead of him. And it'll be George Hurst up front, and it'll be Philogene off the left, and I forget who plays off the right.
Yeah. Kajuste, whatever the hell his name is. Yeah.
Their last match on the right, they had McAteer.
Yeah, because they paid a lot of money for him, didn't they? From Leicester.
Okay, so up front they had Hurst, Clark, Nunez, McAteer was their last match front lineup.
Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson. Player. Ben Johnson.
Okay. They're right back.
Yeah, he's a good player. I like him.
I like their left back, Leif Davis. I think he's probably the best left back in the division.
Over Laird?
Laird's a right back.
Oh, right back. Sorry, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, and Davis is better than Laird, to be fair.
Sorry, I'm just going to up real quick. Not Ashley Young, you mean? Sorry.
The bionic man, because he's like 40 odd years old, still playing football. Which every credit to him, but he's still a scummer. So.
Oh man. Oh, we did an hour and 5. Anything else we want to cover here?
Who starts? Who starts Saturday?
Jeez.
Hopefully, he could catch in Longman.
Yeah.
Patty just woke up. No fucking way, right? Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, 1 second. I have to. I think I'll give you mine. Habs, you've been quiet. I can't see your face, Habs, so I can't tell if you want to say something.
I'm just letting you guys speak.
Good. Who's going to start?
Wing backs, if Kakashi is fine, then we'll have him, and we'll have Longman on the right. We'll have our typical back three of Max, Scar, and Hyam. We, in the pivot, we may use James and Sheaf.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how aggressive we need to be in terms of defensive wise, we may have to switch out to Dobson. We will probably have Windass. He'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
No ankle or hamstring injury at that point. And we can have O'Brien. We may end up having to use Smith up front or Hardy, depending on who's going to be best suited for them.
So that sounds about right. I mean, I think Patty, any adjustments there?
Yeah, I don't see crazy changes. It's just the wings, the wing backs, depending on who's fit.
I think
the
we're
rest
getting
is fairly stable.
Yeah, I think so too. And Aaron, you're doing TAC Fortitude Thursday?
Yeah, trying to get it worked out between me and I need to check, see if he messaged back.
Might need a time
me and
change.
Victor trying to figure out time stuff because he was having some time issues. So yeah, we'll on that. But yeah, I don't know.
John, who you got on Saturday, by the way? Sorry, Aaron, you got something?
You're good.
We have Norwich at home on Saturday.
All right, so beat them. We can sign. So we can sign. What's his butt?
Who?
Sargent.
You're not going to sign Josh Sargent.
You sure?
No one in the Championship is going to sign Josh Sargent.
Okay. Why not?
Well, for a start, why would he go to a Championship side? And number two, Norwich.
Because if he stays at Norwich, he's going to be in a League One side.
Yeah,
that's why. Yeah.
If he stays at Norwich and he goes down to League One, he's going to leave probably for cheaper money, and he'll have a better chance of moving to a club he wants. Norwich are not going to sell him in January. They're going to hold on for dear life. You're going to have to pay a king's ransom to get him out of there.
Yeah, and by the end of the season, he's going to look like dog shit in that team.
Yeah. Get him out now for a loan. They got 9 fucking. Well, no, how many points do they have? 6 points? 9 points? They have 9 points.
Yeah, but if you've got 9 points and you've got arguably one of the best goal scorers in the league, you are not selling him. You're saying we need him to survive. Thank you very much. We're not just going to go, take our best, our only attacking talent that can score goals. We'll just happily go down to League One quietly.
Sometimes you have to lose the battle to win the war. And
I'll tell you. Wait till Sargent walks into the manager's office and says, "I'm going, and it's best you let me leave nicely."
Yeah,
because I'm not staying.
Yeah, it's happening.
I'm telling. Be careful, John. He's going to score a hat trick. You're going to get that Philip Clement bounce.
Yeah.
Manager bounce. They're going to hammer you.
Not a word at
hammer you.
He's played 15 games, started all 15 matches, Patty, by the way.
Yeah.
1,300 minutes, 5 goals, 2 assists. You got 7 contributions. No yellow cards, no red cards. But he's coming right.
He still looks good. His stats are great. But it shows how bad the team is. If he's doing that, then he's the only one doing it on the entire team. So
go back to what was it? August, Patty, and I was like slagging him off. What an asshole I am. Oh man, buddy, Cardiff's going to the game on Saturday. Awesome too.
Nice.
All right, last words all around as we get everyone out of here. It's a great show. Unless Aaron wants to teach us how to shoot left. I don't know.
Oh damn, you're a terrible person. You know that.
I know. Habs.
we'll do all right. We'll probably do all right on Saturday. So
yeah,
we should be able to beat those clowns.
Oh, shit.
I'll tell you, we step up for the better teams.
Yeah.
I think Ed Sheeran will be there because he supports it. Yeah, he supports. I think he supports Ipswich.
Yeah, he does.
By the way, Rob is queued up for appearances in February. They're spending. Well, he hasn't fucking called me yet, by the way. Yes, like subscribe 3,000 by Thanksgiving. When we hit 3,000, by the way, everyone, we're all coming on. We got to do something. It'll be fun. Yeah, we'll do fun. So we have. Sorry, Patty, I need something. So tomorrow is whatchamacallit? Pundits Punt, right? Tactical Fortitude. Friday we'll do a build-up show. Game day build-up. Live watch along. Back to the normal stuff. And Wrexham time. We're gonna get back into this. So here we go. Who's gonna get us out of here? I know who.
I didn't know that was coming. All right. Well, on that, well, first off, I just want to say that Josh Anthony is a terrible human being. I don't care if you're sitting next to me or not. He's a terrible human being. And on that bombshell, we will see you soon. He's going to let me sit here and hit the button.
I don't know who that is.
What a dick.
Oh my God, we're still live.
I thought you were going to hit the button and you never did.
We're still live. I'm looking down, typing away into the chat. I assumed we were done at this stage.
No. John, do you agree with that? Oh my God. All right. Fair enough. And on that bombshell, Josh is a terrible human being.
That's right.